Hey guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Tabitha, or you can call me Tabs or Tab, whichever you prefer. I am the owner and creator behind Safari Stitches. Today we are doing a market recap video. So I have a pretty large market coming up this weekend on the 26th. I did this market back in, I'm really sorry if you can hear my dog crunching. She has decided now is the prime opportunity to eat her bone. So she is chowing. Anyways, I had this market back in April and it was my largest market to date. I did $1,200 in sales and I'm expecting this market to be as good as that market. So we have a long week coming up. There's not a ton of crochet footage because I had done a lot of my market prepping in the previous videos. If you've been following along on my journey so far, the last couple of videos were all market prep for this market. So I was pretty caught up on inventory. I had a lot of admin background stuff to do. I had a custom order to make. I had some signage to create, and I even made some apparel, and I included some footage of me doing all of those things in this video this week. So buckle up. It's gonna be hopefully a quick one, but hopefully a really good video this week, and I hope you guys enjoy. It is October 19th, and we are officially 1 week away from the biggest market of the year for me. I had this market back in April. It's called Art in the Lot. It was my best market by far. I made $1,200 in sales, which is mind-blowing. I think the most I've made at a market aside from that is about $700. So it was an insane market, and all the vendors I've talked to at the April, like the spring version of this market, said the fall version is even better. So I'm anticipating a really good day, crossing my fingers. We, however, have a very busy week this week. I work full-time, so I try to get some of this stuff done in the evenings, first thing in the mornings, and then I work from home Thursday and Friday, and I actually took Friday, the day before the market, off of my day job so that I could actually get stuff done. So I've started a to-do list. It's not super long right now, but I keep on thinking of things. Like I just thought of doing a punch needle sheet for my car coasters. And if you watched the last video, I have this whole list of market prep stuff that I would like to get done. I'm sitting in a pretty good place with inventory. I was just trying to, I guess, over prep. There are some things that I do really want to make sure I have plenty of stock on, like my Chubby Birds, which is one of my best sellers. I want to make sure I have plenty of those. So that is definitely going to be on my list. But I have 2 boxes of finished items that need eyes embroidered or some type of finishing detail. Like this sweet little kitty needs a nose and his whiskers put on. So just like small finishing details like that. I have some hatching chicks that need eyes and a beak embroidered on. So it's mostly embroidery work. Excuse me. So I have 2 boxes of that. That's going to be the priority first thing I get done. And then obviously I need to tag those items, get them inventoried, and put them in my bags for next weekend. I have paper bags that I want to stamp. I bought a logo stamp to stamp paper bags with, so I want to get that done and make sure I have plenty of bags to take with me. I want to do a full mock setup, which means I need to clean my basement and make enough room to do a mock setup with all of my tables, because I'm used to a 10 by 10 space, but this market we get a 12 by 12 space, so I can kind of go outside of my tent a little bit. So I want to have some display items along the front to kind of bring people in. So we're gonna do a little bit of a mock setup. I will get some footage of that. Sorry, I have to sneeze. Nope, it's gone. And then once I get the mock setup figured out, I want to figure out what signage I need, because I'm redoing some of my signs and I need to make a custom order sign. The other thing that I really, really, really wanted to have a lookbook put together for this coming market. So for people that do want to do custom orders, they can see everything I've made and then just kind of flip through it for inspiration. But I am not going to have time to do that. So I might try to get that done. I have a couple of Christmas markets. One's on November 16th and then the next one is December 3rd. So I have 2 Christmas markets. So I might try to get it done for that November 16th market, which is less than a month away now. So we'll see. And then obviously I just added punch needle sheet. I do punch needle car coasters, and this market in the spring, the punch needle car coasters were really popular. So I want to get a whole sheet done of those. Which is a lot. But we're going to start out. I got an exciting package from Vista Print. This is where I get all of my, I order all my business cards and signage and stuff like that through Vista Print. I've just always used them. I like their speediness and the quality, and I do have, let's see, hold on, I think you're sitting on my box, but I order my business cards and they double as plushie tags, but this is my business card. It has a QR code. It literally goes to all of my links. It's got my Google form for custom orders, my Etsy's linked, my website's linked, Instagram, YouTube, everything. It goes to a link tree, basically. Got my logo, and then the back for people that don't use QR codes, because I know there's a lot of security things surrounding QR codes, which is totally fine. I have all my information actually printed on the back, and then I've got enough space back here to write the prices of my plushies. So I order these from Vista Print. This is just their square. It's like 2.5 by 2.5, I think, and I designed both sides. But this time I ordered, because I want to focus a little bit more on my online sales in addition to my markets. I ordered some of these. Ooh, this is really thin paper. I thought this was going to be a little bit thicker, but it's not. But I ordered some plushie care cards, so people can, I'll stick one of these in each bag with each plushie. This is flyer paper, that's why they feel weird. I thought I picked a heavier weight, but that's okay, it's fine. But this basically lists out how you can take care of your hand crocheted items if you buy something from me. And then there's also a safety notice at the bottom, and I just say things like, everything comes from a smoke. Ooh, blurry. It comes from a smoke-free home. Nobody in this house smokes. And then a mention about the hard plastic safety eyes not being suitable for children under 3 years old. So, and then I also have my email at the very bottom. I thought I spelled that wrong. I got really nervous. But I have my email address at the bottom, so if they ever have any questions or concerns or whatever, they can reach out to me. But I ordered a boatload of those to take with me to this market. I'm not going to get that back in. I don't know why I'm even going to try. Don't even try. But the other thing that I was really excited about, so I've seen a lot of people on YouTube, on Instagram, have their banners across the front of their tent. Because right now, if you saw my first, oh, I should have done the reinforced edges. It's fine. It's fine. I was trying to make this as cheap as possible because, yeah. Anyways, they have the banners across the front of their tents, which I really, really like. I like that idea a lot because right now, if you look at my last market vlog, I have a rectangular banner that hangs at the back of my booth, but because my displays are so tall, it covers my banner, so people can't scan the QR code. So I ordered a 10-foot by 1 foot banner with grommets, so I can pretty much hang it anywhere, but it's got my logo, and then it has my business name. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I am kind of obsessed. Wow. It's a lot longer. I don't know why I thought 10 feet was short. And then along the bottom, it just says Fiber Arts, Custom Creations, and Gifts, because most of my items are purchased for gifts. And I have the QR code on both sides so that people coming from either direction have access to that QR code. So that wasn't supposed to be here until Thursday of next week, so I was actually kind of nervous that it wasn't going to get here in time. So I am thrilled that this is already here. That said, I am going to go ahead and knock off, well, my first task that I really want to get done is I want to put away some of my yarn. I did a lot of caking yesterday. I have probably about 30 skeins that I got caked up, and I want to go ahead and get those. Sorry, I was just curious if it had. That feels like it's bigger than 10 feet, but maybe I just don't understand the scale of how big 10 feet is. But I'm going to get some of my yarn put away, because I've got a lot just kind of laying around everywhere, see what all I have, and then I'm going to get to work on finishing some of these plushies that are not finished yet, and get them tagged and inventoried, and hopefully knock off a few things on my to-do list today, so I don't have to worry about it this week, and I can just focus on more market prep. How's everybody doing? I look like garbage. Not really. I know I don't. I'm fine. I am exhausted. I did not sleep very well last night, but it is Monday, October 21st. It is 6:42 in the morning. We are getting our day started strong with a yummy cup of coffee. Anyways, I did not get much footage over the weekend. I know 2 seconds ago you saw me going through my to-do list for the week, and then nothing. Now we're here. I did end up getting all of the items tagged and inventoried that I mentioned in the first clip. And I started working on finishing some of the other items that just needed the details, like the eyes and all of that fun stuff. I got through most of those. I still have a few left to do. So today, my goal is to get the rest of those plushies finished, because unfortunately I'm having issues with my hand right now, so I'm trying to take it easy on the crocheting. I think I overdid it last week on the amount of inventory I made. So I'm just listening to my body, letting it rest. I'm not doing a whole lot of crocheting if I can help it. I do have a custom Etsy order that has to ship out today. I'm almost done with it. It's another pumpkin Kindle sleeve. I've made the sleeve itself. I've chained the vine to go on it. I just have to make the leaves and then sew it all together, and that can go out today. So that shouldn't take me too long. I'm probably going to do that first just to get it done and out of the way and off of my list. And the only other thing I absolutely have to crochet this week is a fox snuggler, because somebody else ordered a fox snuggler and they're picking it up on Saturday at my market. So those are the only 2 pieces of crochet that I have to get done. Now, there are some items that I still want to restock for my market on Saturday, but I'm probably going to try and get all of my other stuff done first and then do that, just to give my hand as long of a break as I can. That said, let's go take a look at the Kindle sleeve, and then we will work on doing the leaves and getting that sewn together and getting it packed up and ready to go out later today. I will be going to the post office later this morning before lunch. So let's go get that done first.
Everybody say good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. I love my morning snuggles. Anyways, I know. It's okay. Can you just let me record really quick, please? And then I'll give you some more petties. Yeah. She got good sleep last night because she was on the couch. Our new couch that I ordered last week is going to get delivered on Thursday. So I also have to deal with that. We've got to move this couch downstairs. So anyways, here is the pumpkin Kindle sleeve. This is a pattern by LTK Cuties on Etsy. It's the Meadow. It's a combination pattern. It's the Meadow Kindle / book sleeve, and she has two sizes, one for Kindle and then one for just like a standard paperback size, but she explains in the pattern how to adjust the size for other items. So I love this pattern. It's super cute and it's very cushy, so it adds a lot of protection. I mean, I keep a case on my Kindle anyways, but the beauty of these and the fact that it's made out of yarn is that it stretches a little bit, so it can accommodate for a sleeve. It can accommodate for a case, and if you have like a pop socket or a phone grip on the back, you can easily slide it in there with that too. So I have some ends to weave in from my color change, and then I've got to sew the vine onto the front and around the back, and then make the leaves and get those stitched on as well. I should mention that the pumpkin mod is something that I created from my brain. It is not part of the pattern, but I just chained I kind of just chain however many I feel like it, depending on how I want the vine to lay. And I usually do like a loop in the vine and then wrap it around the back or whatever. So I just kind of chain however many. And then I just found a free leaf pattern on Pinterest. So I'm going to make the leaves really quick. I need 4 of them for this Kindle sleeve. And then I will sew it all together. And then I'll have to go purchase the leaf. Oh my gosh. I need to finish my coffee probably before I do any of this. But then I'm going to go and get it packed up, purchase the label, and toss it in my bag to go to the post office later. Okay, just jumping on really quick. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog. She's finally decided at 11:03 that she wants to eat her breakfast. So I apologize for the noise. But I don't know how I forgot this, but I still haven't finished editing the YouTube video that's supposed to go out today. So we're pressing pause on everything else, and I'm going to work on that and get that done so that can go live. So just wanted to update. It's 11:04. I'm still trying to finish some stuff for work, but hopefully in about half an hour, I will be able to start editing that YouTube video, and hopefully it does not take me ages to do. Hi guys! So, it is the next day. It's Tuesday. It is 1:41 in the afternoon. Obviously a lot later than normal. I did go to the office today, but I have part of our new couch being delivered this afternoon, and I wanted to be here to make sure that it was delivered okay. It took me literally all day to edit that YouTube video last night, so I didn't do any filming because I feel like YouTube video editing is just not not good content. So here we are the next day. I did, however, start on the custom fox snuggler order that I received locally last night, and I got the head finished. I haven't actually closed off the back because I didn't have my needle in there with me, but I did that and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I have made one of these for my markets yet. So I made a second one so I can have one for my market and then one for the pickup on Saturday. So we started working on that. I didn't want to start the body. The body is usually next, but I made 2 arms. So I need to make 2 more arms, and then we will start to work on the bodies for both of these guys. This is a Mama Made Minis pattern. It is Forest the Fox. It's from their book. You can get it on Amazon or any book retailer near you. I will link it in the description box so you can find it. It's great value compared to if you were to go, hello, Rosie came to say hi. If you were to go to their website or their Etsy, it's great value for their patterns because their patterns are on the higher end of what I am used to. Sorry, hold on. Anyways, as I was saying, their patterns are on the like higher end of the scale when it comes to pattern prices. So the book is fantastic value. I think it's like $17 or $18, but you get 16 patterns, which is fantastic. Great value. So that said, I am going to finish the last 2 arms, even though it's totally out of order. And then we're going to work on getting the bodies done for these guys. I am using Bernat Blanket. I think this is the terracotta color. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure because I bought terracotta. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it from here, but the label, oh, the color, that light like coral pink color that's right in the front there, the label on that one said terracotta. And that is a totally different shade. So don't quote me on the name of this yarn, but it is all Bernat in, I'm pretty sure this is terracotta and then the dark gray and obviously white. So this is what I'm working on this afternoon. I'm hoping to get both of these guys done today so that it's off my plate. Let's get started.
You give me butterflies when you smile and it feels so good. I just can't hide. I wanna hold your hand, but I get too shy. Just me and you. What should I do? I used to be so quiet, like a flower on your wall, and everything around you made me feel like I was small. But then you said my name. Now it feels so strange. I've been waiting, oh so patient. Now the colors on my room are changing. Oh God, this feels amazing. Starting now with you, and I don't mind. You give me butterflies when you smile, and it feels so good. I just can't.
I'm back just for a quick check-in. This is how far I have gotten. We're about to move on to the legs, but I've got all 4 arms already made, and then obviously the other head. And this is where we're at. And I feel like I'm making really good progress. It's 2:41 now. So yeah, let's carry on. Good morning. Wow, the lighting is not great. Is it aesthetic? I don't know. Good morning. It is Wednesday, October 23rd. Today is my birthday. So happy birthday to me. I am 31 years old today, but of course, no day off. I am working today, so I don't know how much I'm actually going to get done. I have a meeting here in about 45 minutes, but I just wanted to come on for a quick update because I got one of the fox snugglers done last night. I'm obsessed with the tail. The tail just like really makes it for me. I still need to put his nose on, and I am going to give these guys little eyes, and I might embroider a little bit of pink here inside the ears just to kind of add a little bit more detail. But that is one fox finished. I'm gonna make two. One is gonna be for the custom local order that's picking up on Saturday, and then the other one is gonna be for my market inventory. But this is how far I've gotten on the second one. I'm just about to start the legs, and then obviously I will need to sew the arms on, and I need to make the tail. Now, I think, oops, this is how much yarn I have left in this skein, and I will be so impressed if I can get two of these foxes, which these are the larger snugglers. They just released a mini version of the Forest Friends. I think I know for sure there's a fox and there's a raccoon. I will more than likely be purchasing them, but I'm on a pattern buying ban right now, so. But this is how far we've gotten. I'm going to work on getting this one done and then add all of their details. I need to reach out to the local customer and see what style eyes she wants, because I do detailed embroidered eyes, I do sleepy embroidered eyes, or I can leave the eyes off. Depending on what she wants. But I want to have all the other details added on before I send her photos of the finished plushie. So that's kind of the plan for this morning. My couch is getting delivered today. So I'm a little stressed about that too. I spent a little bit of time this morning kind of picking up the living room and putting things away because I'm hoping to get it set up this afternoon when it gets here. We'll see. That might be a little ambitious for the day. But once I'm done making this guy, I am not sure what I'm going to move on to next. They finally sent the booth layout yesterday, like late last night. I haven't worked on my setup a whole lot aside from getting the tables and stuff laid out. And I'm really glad that I didn't, because I am now on an end, which is fantastic because it's like, the way it's set up, there's 3 rows of vendors. There's, well, 2.5 really. It's like 2 full rows and then half a row. And then there's a center aisle in between. Like it splits the rows in half. I am in the center aisle on an end. So I actually have 2 sides that people can shop, which I've never had before. I've never had to set up this way. So I'm kind of excited to try something new. I'm thinking I'm going to do the Z layout and have the one table on the back corner starting there and like go up the side of the tent, cut over so that the leg isn't in the way of people shopping, so people can kind of come into the tent to shop the smaller table, and then have another bigger table set up along the inside edge at the front of my tent. Hopefully that makes sense. That is kind of what I'm thinking. I don't have enough space in the room downstairs that I set up in, so I'm gonna have to figure out where. I might just set up in my backyard and just play with it out there because it's plenty of room and I can kind of spread out a little bit. So when I get to that, I will of course film it. I have decided that this video is going to be my market vlog. I was going to do another week of market prep, but I feel like I've kind of beat that to death a little bit with all of the market prepping I've been doing. So you might get a little bit of crochet content, especially as I'm doing last minute things, but this is still the list of stuff. And I think my biggest focus is going to be on the end here. It's the smaller items, especially the chubby birds. I want to crank out a ton of chubby birds. I think I'm going to focus on that tomorrow. But I want to do the white duck and the mallard especially because those are my 2 best sellers of the chubby birds. And yeah, so that's kind of my plan. Other than that, I'm trying not to crochet a whole lot, but I love crocheting so much, and I think because I'm so stressed about this market and everything else that's going on right now, all I want to do is sit here and crochet because it just calms my mind. It allows my mind to check out of everything except for what I'm working on. I'm sure all of you can relate to that too. This is driving me crazy. I'm sure all of you can relate to that. Like if you crochet or knit or do any type of craft, I'm sure it brings you some type of comfort and silence in your life compared to everything else on the outside. So all I want to do is sit here and crochet, and I can't because I still The biggest, like I'm not gonna do a punch needle sheet. I've decided that it's just too much for this week. I'm just not gonna do it. I don't even know if I'm gonna take my punch needle coasters with me to this market because I don't really have a way to display it. I broke my display for it months ago and I was running low on inventory anyways, and I haven't had time to replenish my inventory of the car coasters, so I think I'm just not gonna do it. Just take something out of my list, off my plate, a little bit less stress. And I still have to stamp all of my paper bags. I'm switching from plastic to paper. I still have a bunch of plastic that I will be taking. Wow, I need to close this blind. Hold on. Oh, that's so much better. I'm switching from plastic to paper. I have clear plastic bags because everyone says like, oh, like have your plushies in clear plastic so that when your customers are walking around, they're kind of advertising for you, which I 100% believe is a thing. Like I know it is because I've had people walk up to my booth before me like, hey, I just saw this person walking around with this item. Do you still have some? I really want one. And I've made sales that way. But I'm trying to minimize the plastic use. I know it's like a hot topic, but I'm trying not to be wasteful, and paper bags are more recyclable than plastic. So, and they can be reused if people want to, but I've showed you guys, I think in a previous clip, I have a giant logo stamp and I'm stamping that on there, and then I'm thinking about stapling my business card with the QR code facing out onto the outside of all of the bags I guess if people are walking, I don't know. I don't really know what the purpose of that would be. It'd probably be a waste of business cards, honestly. So maybe I won't do that, but it'll at least have my logo on the outside. And it just makes me feel a little bit better. The bags are a little bit bigger. And yeah, you know what? Let me go grab one and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I have plastic bags, like I said. And I have two sizes of plastic bags. One size is pretty small that would fit something this size in it. Maybe two of this size in the bag, but nothing else. And then I have a slightly bigger bag that is more accustomed to the larger sized plushies. But I have found like my stuffed cows, which is one of my best sellers, and my snugglers, another one of my best sellers, do not fit into even my largest size of plastic bag. So I went online to order some new ones. Now these ones are probably a little bit big. I'll pop the sizes of these bags up on the screen for you. I don't remember what they are. I have to go look at my order. But this is what they look like. And then it's got my little logo on the front and on the back. I hand stamped these. These are not custom bags. I did this myself. It's all manually done. And then this is the other size because I do have some, so just for size reference, it's a few inches bigger and then about an inch taller. So they're just like two different sizes of the paper bags, and I'm really hoping that switching to paper bags is going to be a little bit better for me, for the environment, and all that fun stuff. So I'm just trying to minimize the use of plastic. I'm obviously still going to use the plastic bags until they're gone. I'm not going to waste them. They will still be used at this upcoming market and markets in the future, depending on how quickly I can get through them based on what people buy. I mean, a lot of people buy my bees and my smaller items, so the smaller plastic bags are probably going to get used up pretty quickly. So those all need to be stamped. There's, I want to say, at least 500 of each size. I don't think I'm going to stamp all of them. I'll probably do maybe 100 of each size to take and then call it good. And then obviously the mock setup is going to be the next more important thing because of the change in the layout of my booth. I've been rambling for a hot minute now. So I'm going to take my Do Not Disturb coffee mug and I'm going to finish off this last fox, get it knocked out, put the details on, and then reach out to my local customer and see what she wants to do. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to move on to next. I am playing the most spectacular game of yarn chicken there ever was. I'm on the last round and I have 1, 2, 3 stitches left, and this is all I have left of the skein of the orange yarn. So we're gonna finish this together and pull through the tail, and this is like one of the most satisfying games. I mean, it's not quite as satisfying as it would have been if it had literally been the perfect finish, as in like if I just had like that much left for my tail to sew it on. Do you see this? So I made 2 entire fox snugglers by Mama Made Minis using 1 skein of the main body color. I will admit I did ever so slightly tighten up my tension because I saw I was getting down to the wire. I did tighten my tension just a titch in the last like 2 or 3 rounds, but oh my gosh, that was literally the most satisfying thing ever. I don't think I've ever done that. I am going to, I'm so thrilled that I was able to get 2 of these guys out of 1 skein of yarn and not have to start another one. I'm gonna get this guy finished, and then I'm gonna put their noses on, and I'm gonna test the pink, like the light pink here, but I don't know. I might just leave that off. We might start on Chubby Birds. I'm not really sure. I really want to get my layout, my footprint figured out for my booth. So we might work on that later this afternoon. We'll see. You guys will know in about 3 seconds what we move on to next, so. Okay, checking back in. It is 11:53 in the morning. I did get the foxes' noses embroidered, and I reached out to my customer and she wants some sleepy eyes embroidered on hers. So I'm just gonna keep it simple and do sleepy eyes on both of them for the one for the market as well. Good morning, happy Thursday. So we are officially 2 days away from the market day, my biggest market of the year. Hi, Sadie. Go out, please. Sadie, out. Sorry. 2 days away from my market. I'm excited. I still have not done my market layout yet, but that is going to be what I focus on tomorrow because we're going to go through inventory today, and I'm going to show you guys everything that I'm taking with me to this market, and then tomorrow we will do the market set. The plan for today obviously is to do that. I finished a ton of items last night, like embroidered eyes, finished off ear warmers. We'll probably see you guys in the next clip where we're going through all of my inventory. Okay, so I have 3.5 bags of plushies. I've got 2 plastic tubs of plushies back there, and I have 1 more plastic tub upstairs, plus some smaller tubs of smaller items, some of which I'm not taking with me this weekend. But we're gonna start with bag number 1. And these are some of my favorites. I have crochet beanies with removable palms, and I sell these for $30. So I have green, blue, I have this really fun yellow and like teal. I have a black and rainbow, gold, pink, orange and silver, purple and pink, and purple. I think that's, oh, 1 more. I think I should have 10 total, but this other rainbow one. They all have removable palms. They are $30. They were one of my best sellers last year. So, of course, I brought them back again this year. I only had 1 left over from last year, I think. And that was it. I didn't restock them after that. So, in the same tune, I've got machine knit beanies. No, just kidding. I've got more of the adult beanies here. Hold on. There's another one. This is like an orangey coral color. Really pretty. I think that was the last one. So then I've got these machine knit beanies, and these I sell for $18 a piece. So I've got a gray speckle, purple, tan, brown, blue, like a teal blue, a pink, a dark gray color, and another dark, like a almost black color. And I think that is it, yeah. So I have those, 18 of those, or $18 for those. My last single solitary jellyfish, $18 for this guy. I have a purple sea turtle for $30, and I have more of these, but for some reason they're not in the same bag. So purple sea turtle, and that is Crochet by Jenna. And I will link, per usual, I will link all of these patterns and things below if I can find them or remember them. I have a ton of these guys. The rest of them are back there because I made them in the last couple of weeks, but these are $25 a piece. These are loaf cats. This is my last dinosaur in this shape. He is $25. Of course, my current pride and joy, and the price I have on this is $125. And then of course, this cute little squid guy. These are $25. I have a bunch of other colors of this one as well. All right, bag number 2. Starting off really strong with another one of my pride and joy, this stunning Anchor the Octopus. I have to check myself because for some reason I've gotten in the habit of calling him Archer for whatever reason. But he is $90. Here's the rest of my sea turtles. Like I said, $30 each. I've got one blue, a green, obviously the purple you've already seen, a pink. Then another Humble Child Co. pattern. This is Hugo the Humpback. This is the baby version of him, and he's gorgeous. And this is $45. Here's all of the octos. So I've got blue, I've got purple, I've got green and yellow. Obviously this green on green, which I really like. Cute little chubby chonky pig, and this is $15. I have so many chickens. They have dropped off a little bit for me, so I've restocked colors that are sold out, but I'm not really heavily focusing on Mabel chickens anymore. But these are $15 a piece, and I have, let's see how many I can find. I've got white, tan, gray speckle, white speckle, and gray. Cute little whale. This is a no-sew pattern, so love that. And this is $15, and I've got this color, and I've got this color, and this color. This is a seal snuggler. This was not my favorite pattern. $30 on this one, other tub, but these are also $15. A panda snuggler. This is Mama Made Minis bear pattern, and I sell my snugglers for $45. This large tiger, also, this is for $40. Large bees for, I'm changing the price of these to $18. And then my small bees are $10. So I have green, I have pink, I have blue, and these are also a mix of embroidered and plastic safety eyes, but of yellow and purple. This adorable sweater dragon. This one is $45. All right, pig plush, and he is $35. The little bitty snuggler for $30. A handful of these larger ghosts for $15. The itty bitty ghosts for $10. I got leggy frogs. These are $12. I have hot pink, light green, a single solitary pickle, but I sell these for $12. Chubby frogs for $15. Rainbow buddies that I sell for $8 a piece. I have the baby Della duck, so stinking cute, and I have this one for $22. Tiny little, the bitty cow snuggler for, these ones are $30. This is Mama Made Minis Yeti pattern, and I do embroidered eyes on most of them, or I leave eyes off. I don't use the plastic safety eyes on these. $45. The deer So cute. Also $45. Bear, but this one is modeled after Guess Winnie the Pooh. Also $45. A zebra. This is not a Mama Made Minis pattern, but this one is also $45. This is one of my best sellers. Mama Made Minis Hippo. Mama Made Minis Mouse Snuggler. Also $45. Unicorn. Also $45. And I do have another one somewhere. There she is. Here is the other one. Let's see, another Mama Made Minis. This is Tessa Toad, but I am selling this one for $38 because it's a little bit smaller and there's not quite as many details on this one. The goose, $45. The dino, but that's $45. We've got Della, but in mallard form, and I think I only have 2 of the mallards, and then I think I have, let's see, I have 2 of the white, 1 elephant for $38. This is my Greg the Ghost pattern for $30. And then this is my Hadley the Hippo pattern for $35. This is my best seller by far. These are $15. These are chubby ducks. Best sellers. I've got white, and then I've got the mallards. These are my Kindle sleeves, and these are $20 each. The Kindle sleeves do sell for me, but these are LTK Cuties Kindle sleeve, Meadow Kindle sleeve pattern, $20 a piece. So next, this one needs a pom-pom, but these are kids size chunky beanies, and I sell these for $25. The pom-poms are removable. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the kid size, and some of them match the adult version. I just have an assortment of pumpkins. They're all just kind of different. This box smells like cinnamon. They're all just different sizes. I am not planning on making any more of these. This is it. Simply because, well, it really depends on how well they do this weekend. Because I know pumpkins can kind of carry through to November a little bit, but I have 2 markets in November, and if they sell out or if they sell really well this weekend, I will restock them. But I made a mix of like the granny pumpkins in different colors, and some of them have stems, some of them don't, some of them have little leaves, little vines, some of them don't have anything. This one's a bobble stitch, and depending on the size, like the medium pumpkin is 12, this large pumpkin is 15, this extra large pumpkin is 20, and this is just like a ribbed pumpkin. The small pumpkins are 10. And I think I have, yeah, these mini ones that don't have a tag are only $5. But I left some without the stem so that you could like mix and match and stack if you wanted to. So yeah, I just have like a random assortment. I'm not going to show you each and every one of them because it would literally take forever. All right, I've got 1, 2, 3. I have 4 of these possums. There's a 5th one upstairs that I finished last night. These are 12 a piece. And then my army of loaf cats. So I've got 1, and again, like I said, these are 25, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But this is the mini anchor octopus for $40. Got 2 of the Mama Made Minis cow snugglers for $45. This adorable little Helix the horse. He is $28. From a few videos ago, you saw all of these cows. Hey guys, happy Friday. It is the day before market day and we are about to go and do a little bit of a mock setup in the driveway. I'm gonna get my tent set up, and then we're gonna get all of the tables configured how I want them, and we're just gonna kind of see how I can lay things out. We might put plushies out, we may not, but I'm gonna jump over to a time lapse so you guys can see. Hey, how are you? Good, thanks.
Long time no see.
I know. It's market day. We are here. We just pulled in. We are about to start setting up, and hopefully I'll get some footage of us setting up. I'm gonna go help my fiance set up our tent back there by herself. So let's go.
Moonlight peeks through the curtains. Another night, another fight. How do you feel? Are you hurting? Maybe we should take some time. I think I tend to take you for granted, but I think with me you're misunderstanding. You say you think you might just abandon us. Don't leave, no, please.
How are you feeling? Excited? No, not excited. Okay, that's fine. All right, here's our official setup, y'all. I'm kind of obsessed with how this turned out, I'm not gonna lie. And it makes me want a corner or end space every single time that I come to vent somewhere. But we've got our pumpkin patch with all of our pumpkins. And then all of our little wearables. We've got beanies, bandanas, ear warmers, and then some of our smaller items. There's my sign. If anybody, I keep this on my table at every single event. And I've got some of my smaller items, loaf cats, chickens. What? That's so funny. You should go say hi. Hugo. Watch out. It's close now. Ghosts. And then this is the last table along the side. The only thing I'm not happy with is my cardigan. Womp womp. I forgot a hanger. So, and then there's my custom sign that I made last night that I love. And then all of our snugglers. I've got a two-sided grid wall off the front of my tent. So we get 12 by 12, and I only have a 10 by 10 tent, so we're inside our limits, which is really exciting. But that is it. I can't wait to start. It's only 8:06, so we still have an hour. We were done really quick. So. Alright, quick update. The lighting's not great because it's coming from behind the booth, but we are an hour. It's 10:08, so we've been open for an hour and 8 minutes, and we are at $278 in sales so far. 10 total items, and let's see. The hatching chicks so far are the most popular. I've sold 2 hatching chicks so far for $18 each, so that is where we're at 10 o'clock, and I will touch base with you guys later. How are we feeling?
It's hot.
It is hot. Okay, it's 12:30, and we are at $630 in sales. We've sold 24 items so far, so not too bad. Alright, it is 1:12. We have about 45 minutes left. We are at $934 in sales. So just need to show off the logo on the back of your shirt and on the front. Cute. Alright, y'all. Hi. I am back. It is the day after the market. It's Sunday, October 27th. And I wanted to do a quick recap. I apologize in advance. My dog is crunching pretty loud in the background. I am fairly certain you can hear her. She's chosen now to eat her bone. Similar, I just recorded the opening clip, so it's the same crunching noise that you heard in the beginning.
But let's just dive right into the recap for yesterday. It was a fantastic day. I had so much fun. I got to see some of my friend vendors that I vend with elsewhere and the one that actually recommended this market for me. So I got to see everybody. It was a beautiful day. It was so hot, like so insanely hot. We lasted about 3 out of the 5 hours, and then we put one of the tent walls up to block some of the sun coming in. It blocked out some of the breeze, but it made a world of a difference. So it was very hot. I'm exhausted. I need a nap. But let's just dive right into it. I'm going to be looking at my computer, so if I'm not looking directly at the camera or talking to you guys, it's because I'm just looking at my computer so I can run through all of this with you. So the total collected yesterday was $1,003.27, and that includes all of the fees, the taxes I collected, everything. We had 35 transactions all day, and it was from 9 to 2, so it was a 5-hour market. The net sales, which is after they take the fees out from like square fees for transactions, was $949 total. So we're gonna go through all 35 transactions, and our first sale was at 9:13, so we were 13 minutes into the market, and it was the vendor across from us, and they bought a mallard Della Duck snuggler. She was like, I don't even have kids, but it's for my future child. So I thought that was really funny. But that was for $38.15. I sell my Della Ducks for $35. So these transactions are going to include, if they are a card transaction, they're going to include taxes. If they're cash, I don't charge tax because I don't want to carry change. So the next transaction was actually the vendor next door to us. She bought a mouse snuggler. My Mommy Made Minis mouse snuggler and a little baby bee, a yellow baby bee. The next transaction was also another vendor that was across from us, and she bought a small turtle. The mouse snuggler and the baby bee were $55 total. The small turtle was $15. The next transaction made my heart melt. It was so sweet. It was these two older women. It was an older woman with her daughter. They were both older women. I think she said her mom was 88, in her 80s. I don't know. It was really sweet though. And they have a love of octopus. Octopi? I don't know. Anyways, so she was telling me that they go to aquariums specifically to look for octopus in the aquariums. Octopi in the aquarium. I don't know. Just pretend I'm saying the right word. And they saw my big Archer. Archer, oh my. Why do I keep insisting on calling him Archer? I don't know. Anchor. They saw my big Anchor, and obviously he's $90. And they looked at it like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, but it's out of our budget, and blah, blah, blah. So then they walked around the corner, and they saw my mini Anchor, and the daughter was like, Mom, I need to get you this. She was like, do you like this? And she was telling me that if you're a reader, this might melt your heart a little bit too, because it did for me. But Marcellus the Octopus and Remarkably Bright Creatures, they were like, that's the reason we love going to see all these aquariums and find different octopus aquariums, basically. And she was like, I'm gonna buy this for my mom. She's in her 80s, and I just really want to do this, and it'll look so cute in her house, and she just loves that book and that octopus, so we're gonna name him Marcellus. So they bought my mini Anchor the Octopus for $40. I was so excited. The next transaction was a tiny ghost for $10. The next one was a green sea turtle and one of my big squishy octos. The next one, the sea turtle and the big octo were $45 total. It was $49.05 with tax. The next one was the pig snuggler for $30. And then the next transaction, this is an hour in, this is at 10:01, was one of my hatching chicks. I'm so glad I made hatching chicks. The transaction immediately following that was another hatching chick, and I think if I remember correctly, it was two women that bought them for their grandkids. So they each bought one for their grandchild. It was cute. The next one was a small opossum for $12. My hatching chicks are 18. Sorry, I'm all over the place. It's kind of hard because I can't see the actual cost of the, okay, here we go. I'm newly looking at my computer. I'm usually on my phone. The next transaction was another possum for $12 and a rainbow buddy for $8. Next was a small blue bee for $10. Next was an XL pumpkin, and this is the girl that came over that bought the Della duck, the mallard Della duck, for her future baby. This was her again. She spent $20 on an extra large pumpkin. The next one was a small rainbow bee. I sold a blue squid for $25. The next transaction, and now we are into 11 o'clock. That was 11:03. So this is the third hour of the market. The next transaction was a leggy frog for $12 in light pink, and one of my small chunky pigs for $15. The next one was a medium pumpkin for $12. It was the same one that bought the Della duck. She came back twice for more pumpkins. Then after that was a kids crochet beanie for $25 and a green squid for $25. So that one was a $50 transaction. The next transaction was a pink baby bee. And then after that was another hatching chick for $18. The pink baby bee was $10. Hatching chick was $18. 11:47, I finally sold my first loaf cat. My loaf cats have been flying, but for whatever reason, they were not super popular yesterday. I think I only sold the one, if I remember correctly, and that was $25. The next transaction was a rainbow bee, a baby rainbow bee, and a green bee for $20 total. Next was another possum for $12. The next one was my largest transaction of the day. It was one of my big squishy octos, my small helix, the horse. So yay! I can't believe that sold. That was so exciting. A blue squid and then a pink and orange squid. So the big octo was $15. The helix, the horse, was $28. The squids are $25 a piece, and the total for that one was $93 before tax. So I believe that's my largest. There might be one more coming up, actually. The next transaction was my black and cream cow snuggler for $45. Then a small baby yellow bee for $10. Chickens were another thing that did not do very well yesterday. I think chickens are kind of falling off for me. It's the Mabel chicken, but I think this is the only one I sold of the chickens, and it was $15. And then this next one, okay, so this is the largest transaction they had all day, and she actually made it more expensive because she exchanged one of the items. So initially she got a blue sea turtle for $30, a pink sea turtle for $30, a big octo for $15, and then the brown speckled cow for $32. And that was a total of $107. And then she started to walk off, and she saw my snuggler panel, and she saw the black and white panda snuggler that I have, and so she came back and she's like, can I please exchange this? I didn't see these at first. I want to exchange the cow for the snuggler. And my snugglers are $45 compared to $32, so she had to pay another $13. So that brings her subtotal up to $120 before taxes. So that was my best transaction all day. That was really exciting. But that's another thing, the cows. My cows are usually sold out every single market. I can't keep them in stock. Like if you watched my last market vlog, I sold 4 out of the 5 cows I had at that market, and this one I didn't sell a single one. So very interesting. Next transaction was a small possum for $12 and a chubby bird, my first chubby bird of the day, I believe, a white one. And that was $15 for a total of $27. And then I sold my last chunky pig. So I sold out of chunky pigs this time. I only had 2. And I sold that for $15. And then we have another possum for $12. And I think he actually tipped me a little extra. He paid me $15 for that possum. He was really, really awesome. He was so nice. We talked about possums for a little bit. But the next transaction was my large fox snuggler for $45. I was excited. I'm glad I made a second one of those because I had the custom order that I think I show in this video. I don't know. If you've seen it, you know. But I made 2 of those so I could have one for the market, and it did end up selling for $45. And then the last 2 transactions were both white chubby ducks for $15 each. So I sold 2 of those. We had 30, like I said, 35 transactions. Now let me get to... Sorry, excuse me. Phew. Alright, so here's the breakdown. I had card and cash, and when I say cash, it's either physical cash or Venmo. I bring them up both the same, and we were literally 50-50 down the middle. So I had $504.02 charged to card, and $484.43 charged to cash. And let's see. So that's that. So let's go to the item sales. So we sold a total of 48 items yesterday. And let's sort by unit sold. My best seller, which is true for every single market, were my baby bees that I sell for $10. I sold 2 each of the yellow and rainbow bees. So I do have 1 rainbow bee. I thought I sold out. But I sold 2 each of the yellow and rainbow, and then I sold 1 each of the pink, green, and blue. So I didn't sell a single purple one yesterday, but I sold all the other colors. Let's see. The next best seller was my small possums. It says I sold 5, but I only had 4. So I'm going to have to look into that. Did I have 5? I might have had 5. I did have 5 because I had the one that had the embroidered nose. I did have 5. Okay, I sold all 5 of them. The embroidered nose was the last one to go, so I will not be embroidering noses on them. Alright, the next best seller, I sold 4 of my squids, which up until yesterday, my squids had not been selling. I won't be restocking them because they're made with Sweet Snuggles Sweet Snuggles, just the regular, like the thicker one. And I just don't like using that yarn. So I won't be restocking them in those colors, but next summer, like next spring and summer, I will be restocking them just with different yarns. And then the next one is sea turtles. I sold 3 of those. I sold 1 pink, 1 green, and 1 blue. And then I sold 3 out of the 10 of my hatching chicks. I sold 3 white chubby ducks, which I took 6 white ones, and I took 7 mallards. I didn't sell a single mallard. I only sold the 1 mallard Della duck yesterday, which was surprising because the mallards are usually my best seller. So that was quite shocking. Next, I sold 3 of the big octos, and then I sold out of the chunky pigs. And I think those are my top sellers for yesterday. So, yeah, it was a really, really good day. I'm super, super happy with how much I made. I think if the market had been, like if the day, like the weather had been a little bit cooler, I think we would have had a little bit more traffic. And if you are a football fan, I'm in Alabama, and the University of Alabama had a home game yesterday. And I think if Alabama had been playing away yesterday, our traffic would have probably been a little bit higher because people flocked to Tuscaloosa. So, I think the weather and the football did have a little bit of effect on the traffic that we got, but it was pretty steady the entire time. I made my most sales at 12 o'clock, money-wise. In between 12 and 1 p.m. were my top sales, and then after that it was from 9 to 10 during that hour were my second best hour of sales. So that is absolutely everything. Let me know in the comments below if you've had a market recently that went really well. Please drop a comment in the comment section. I also just want to close this video out by saying, please don't take what I've shared here today as, just don't let it discourage you if you haven't had this kind of success at a market. I promise you, this has not come easy. I've been doing markets for almost a year now, and the only reason I even knew about this market was because another vendor told me about it. I still struggle to find markets that are good enough to make it worth going. So please don't let this discourage you. Let it encourage you. Let it inspire you. Let it burn your fire a little bit brighter to keep going, because it takes time to get here and make friends. That is my biggest secret, is make friends with vendors that are not in your category. Whenever you set up, speak to the people next to you. I don't know, it was a really good day, and I hope you guys found this information valuable and helpful. And I am crazy. I have another market coming up on Saturday. So this week is probably going to be a fairly chill market prep week because it's a smaller market and I still have quite a lot of inventory left over since I only sold 48. I say only sold 48. I'm thrilled that I sold 48 items. So don't take that the wrong way. But I had very, very much inventory. I had over-prepped inventory for this market because I have another big market coming up in 3 weeks that's apparently supposed to be like similar to this market. So I've been over-prepping and I have a lot of inventory left over. So this week is going to be a super chill week. And then obviously we'll still do a market recap. I don't think it'll be quite as exciting as this one, but it's kind of like a typical market for me. And then we'll have a 2-week break before our next market. So, and then I think after that I've only got one more. I've got a Christmas market that I'm doing. But, whew, it was a good day. It was a really good day. I'm really happy, and I got to spend time with my fiancé, which you saw made her debut in this video. Didn't want to be, but she did. So yeah, I am so happy you guys are here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.